I've seen things. More things than I ever wanted to. And I know you have too. That's why you're here. You feel it. That weight on your shoulders. Like you're carrying a fucking mountain. Life's been cruel to you, right? Kicked you when you were already down. Made you question everything. Made you wonder if it's even worth it. Let me tell you something, soldier. That weight, that crushing pain in your chest, that anger burning through your veins, that's all you got left. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Because it's the only thing keeping you alive right now. People out there, they're fucking ruthless. They think they can break you, think they can take from you and walk away without a second thought. But here's the cold truth. They're not walking away clean. No one does. They think they've won. They think their cruelty makes them powerful. But here's the kicker. It haunts them every damn night. They're running from it, trying to bury it deep, but it's always there. Their cruelty, it's a fancying curse they laid on themselves. I get it. I see it in your eyes. You've been wronged, betrayed, and stepped on. The kind of shit that makes you want to disappear or burn it all down. But disappearing ain't gonna change shit. And burning everything? Yeah, you might feel good for a minute. But what then? You're still here. And that's where you need to be. Right here, facing all that pain, staring down your demons, and making sure they know they can't win. You've been through hell, but guess what? So have I. I've been there. I've tasted dirt, blood and regret. Thought I'd never get back up. But the thing about hitting rock bottom, there's no further to fall. That's when you stand the fuck up. That's when you show them they haven't destroyed you. That's when you look them in the eyes and remind them that their cruelty will haunt them more than it'll ever hurt you. People forget that part. They think because you're silent, you're broken. But silence is where the real power is. Because in that silence, you're planning, you're plotting, you're getting ready to strike back in a way they never saw coming. Every scar, every insult, every betrayal, they're all marks of what you've survived. And when you finally move, when you take your shot, they'll feel every ounce of what they did to you. And you'll walk away untouched because you've already lived through the worst they could throw at you. Don't let them think they've won. Don't let them think they've crushed you. You're still breathing, aren't you? That's the only proof you need that you're stronger than they are. Stronger than their cruelty. Stronger than their lies. Stronger than their hate. They're gonna keep trying to tear you down. But every time they do, you get stronger. Every time they show you their worst, you show them they haven't even come close to breaking you. The world's full of cowards. People who hide behind cruelty because they're too weak to face their own demons. They project their fears, their insecurities onto you because they don't have the guts to look in the mirror. And you take it. You absorb it all. But now it's time to give it back. Not in hate, not in anger, but in action. In becoming the thing they fear most. Someone who's unstoppable. Someone who's been through the fire and come out the other side harder, colder, unbreakable. Their cruelty, it'll haunt them. It'll eat them alive from the inside, while you walk away with your head held high. Don't let them take your soul. Don't let them break your spirit. Because the second you let them in, the second you believe their lies, that's when you lose. And losing, that ain't you. Not now. Not ever. You think this is the end? Nah. This is just the beginning. You ever wonder why they do it? Why people are so cruel? It's because they're scared. Yeah, that's right. Scared. They act like they've got it all figured out. Like they're untouchable. But underneath it all, they're terrified. Terrified of being seen for what they really are. Weak, broken, and pathetic. They hide behind their cruelty because they think it'll protect them. But you and me, we see through that. We know that cruelty isn't strength. It's cowardice. They see something in you they can't stand. Maybe it's your resilience. Maybe it's the fact that no matter how many times you've been knocked down, you keep getting back up. That eats them alive. They don't want to see you standing when they thought they buried you. So, they keep coming. Keep pushing. Keep trying to make you fold. But here's the thing. They're running out of moves. And you've got a whole arsenal left. You see, cruelty, it's a cheap trick. It's the easy way out for people who don't have the guts to face the truth. They'd rather tear you down than deal with their own failures, their own insecurities. But you're still standing here. They couldn't break you. They might have bruised you. They might have messed up your world for a minute. But you're still here. You're still fighting. And that scares the hell out of them. So let them talk. Let them throw their little insults, their little digs. Let them think they've won. Every word they spit is just fuel for the fire you're building inside. And when you finally unleash that fire, they won't know what hit them. You won't even have to lift a finger. Just being who you are, living through all that they tried to drown you in. That's enough to haunt them for the rest of their miserable lives. They don't expect you to make it out of this. They don't expect you to rise above the ashes they tried to leave you in. But here's the kicker. They don't know who they're messing with. They think you're weak because you've been quiet, because you haven't fought back in the way they expected. But you're not fighting their way. You're fighting your way. You're surviving. You're growing stronger. And every day they're out there living their sad little lives, you're preparing. They think their cruelty is power. They think they own you, that they've got control over your mind, your soul, your life. But they're wrong. Their cruelty, it's gonna come back on them. It always does. They'll lose sleep over it. They'll see your face in their nightmares. And while they're haunted by the things they did to you, you'll be living. You'll be thriving. People like that, they don't get happy endings. They might think they're winning right now, but karma's a cold, merciless force. And when it comes for them, you'll be miles ahead, untouchable. You won't even have to look back. Their cruelty will eat them alive, piece by piece, until there's nothing left of them but the hollow shells they always were. And you're better than them. You've always been better than them. That's why they hate you. That's why they've tried so hard to break you. They see something in you they'll never have. Call it strength. Call it resilience. Call it whatever you want. But it's something they can't stand, because it reminds them of how empty they are. You've got something inside you they'll never have, and that scares them. But don't get me wrong, this isn't just about surviving. Surviving's just the beginning. You don't just survive. You come back stronger. You come back harder. Every day you're still here is a victory they'll never take from you. And every step you take forward, that's one more step out of the hole they tried to bury you in. So let them think they've got you. Let them laugh. Let them throw their cruelty at you, like it's some kind of weapon. You're not just gonna survive this. You're gonna thrive. And when it's all said and done, when they're lying awake at night, haunted by the demons they tried to send your way, you'll be miles ahead, walking your own path. And they'll be left in the dust, nothing more than a memory. You see, the thing about cruelty is, it's a sign of weakness. It's a last-ditch effort from people who've got nothing left. They think if they can hurt you, if they can tear you down, they've won. But here's the truth they don't want to hear. You can't hurt what's already survived the worst. You can't break someone who's already been broken and rebuilt themselves. And that's you. You've been through hell, and you're still here. That means you've already won. So don't waste your time thinking about revenge. Don't waste your energy plotting how to get back at them. The best revenge, it's success. It's surviving. It's becoming something so much stronger, so much more than they ever imagined. And trust me, when you rise above all the things they threw your way, when you stand tall and show them they didn't break you, that's going to be the thing that haunts them for the rest of their lives. You ever notice how they disappear when the tables turn? When their cruelty starts creeping back on them? Yeah, they talk big when they've got the upper hand. They act like they own the world when they think you're down for the count. But the second they realize you aren't going down without a fight, they start getting quiet. They start pulling back. You know why? Because they never expected you to get back up. They never thought you had it in you. But that's the thing they don't understand. Real strength isn't about how hard you can hit. It's about how many hits you can take and still keep moving. You've taken more than your fair share of hits, and you're still standing. You might be bruised, you might be battered, but you're still here. And that's what they can't handle. You ever seen fear in a bully's eyes? The second they realize they've pushed too far, the second they realize they've underestimated you, they start panicking. They start thinking about all the things they said, all the things they did, and for the first time, they realize it might come back on them. That fear, that's the fear of someone who knows they've messed up, but it's too late to take it back. You don't have to lift a finger. You don't have to get your hands dirty. Just standing tall, just refusing to be crushed is enough to send them spiraling. And trust me, they'll spiral. They'll start questioning everything. Why didn't it work? Why isn't he broken? Why is he still standing? They'll lose sleep over it. They'll drive themselves crazy trying to figure out why their cruelty didn't finish you. And that's the best revenge you can get. People like that, they feed off weakness. They're like parasites. They latch onto anyone they think is weaker than them, anyone they think they can control. But the second you show them you're stronger than they thought, they don't know what to do. They don't have a backup plan for when their cruelty fails. They don't know how to handle someone who refuses to be broken. And you've refused. You've stood your ground. You've taken every hit, every insult, every betrayal, and you're still here, you're still breathing. That's something they'll never understand because deep down, they're the weak ones. They're the ones who can't handle the pain, who can't survive without tearing someone else down. You, on the other hand, have faced more than they could ever imagine, and you're still moving forward. Don't think for a second that their cruelty is about you. It's never been about you. It's about them. It's about their fear, their insecurity, their weakness. They see in you what they'll never be, and that drives them mad. So they try to bring you down to their level. But you're not like them. You don't need to break others to feel strong. You don't need to hurt people to feel in control. That's what makes you dangerous to them. That's what makes you a threat. You ever wonder why they target the ones who are quiet, the ones who keep to themselves? It's because they know those are the people who are thinking, planning, building strength. They know that the quiet ones are the ones who will come back harder, come back smarter, and you're quiet. But that quiet, it's where your power is. It's where you're rebuilding, where you're growing stronger every day. They're loud, obnoxious, throwing their cruelty around like it means something. But you're in the shadows, waiting. You're not reacting the way they want you to, and that's what's messing with them. They want a reaction. They want you to explode, to lose control. But you're not giving them that satisfaction. You're biding your time. You're letting their cruelty pass right through you, knowing that in the end, they'll be the ones left empty. And when it's all over, when the dust settles, They'll be standing there, wondering where it all went wrong. They'll be standing there, looking at you, still strong, still unbroken, and it'll eat them alive. They'll spend the rest of their lives trying to figure out how they couldn't break you. And that's the part that haunts them. That's the part that makes them question everything. Their cruelty, it's like a boomerang, man. It always comes back. It might take time, it might not be immediate, but it comes back. And when it does, it hits them harder than they ever imagined. They don't know that yet, though. They think they've got it all under control. They think they've gotten away with it. But deep down, they feel it coming. They feel that reckoning on the horizon, and it scares the hell out of them. You'll be long gone by then. You'll be living your life, thriving, moving forward while they're stuck in the mess they made for themselves. That's your victory. That's your revenge. Not some big dramatic showdown. Not some fight in the street. Just you, living your life, being stronger than they ever thought you could be. That's what'll haunt them. That's what'll keep them up at night. So don't waste your time worrying about them. Don't waste your energy thinking about their cruelty. They're already paying the price for it, whether they know it or not. You focus on you. You focus on getting stronger, on moving forward, on becoming the person they could never touch. And trust me, when it's all said and done, they'll be the ones haunted by their own cruelty.